Comes up towards the stalls. They're ready. About to go. Off and racing. Missing it by a length was Shuey from the inside. Under Influence drops out to be a conspicuous last early. And Kiralui is flying up there looking for the lead. Coming over Zoo Bolts and right there Magnasonic and also the favourite Deferred. Jimmy Shaw on the inside. A length away behind those to Hammer Mill. Followed further back in the field as they get going. At the head of the others is Fortune's Luck, who settled back there. And then Under Influence back there as well, Lost City and Camera Action. Kiralui is the leader though at the 650. It's a half a length clear from Zubulch, who's gone up there now to camp at its girth. A length and a half Deferred. So the odds on Pop shading Magnasonic. A further length and a half behind those to Hammer Mill. And then came Shuey on the inside. 3/4 then Fortune's Luck. Camera Action, Under Influence, who's near enough to the tail end of the field with Lost City. They balance up. 300 left to go. Zubolt's the first to grab Kiralui. PARNHAM hasn't moved on Deferred yet. He's about to go. Hammer Mill's making a run. Fortune's Luck and Camera Action. 120 left to go. Deferred now being called upon to the leader from Hammer Mill. Hammer Mill and Deferred, they're going to go to the line. Deferred, Hammer Mill, won't be much in it. Deferred, Hammer Mill. It might be Deferred, but it's close. Hammer Mill dived at Deferred. Leave it to the judge. Over on the outside, Camera Action was right there. And behind them, Kiralui and also Under Influence. Followed further back by Fortune's Luck. And then came Shuey. Followed further back in the field by Magnasonic, Lost City and Zoo Bolts. Tight. Awfully close. Close to a dead heat between Deferred and Hammer Mill. Hammer Mill, Deferred. They've gone to it. There's an absolute wart in this. Heads up, heads down. Oh, is there a nostril for Deferred? There is. Number 3, Deferred's got it. Number 3, Deferred by the absolute narrowest of possible margins. Over 8 Hammer Mill. Golly, that's close. That's a pixel. And Camera Action third. Fortune's Luck fourth home. 3, 8, 9, 10 in 1:11.25. Whew. That was an absolute thriller. A nose. And Deferred got out to 2:05 at the finish. Punters pretty happy to see that. 3 Deferred. Chris Parnham there, he didn't want to go the trigger too soon. He tracked up into the race well enough, but you could see Hammer Mill was building first up and had a real spring about it. That's not even a nose. That's a boxer's nose, the margin. That looks like Joe Bugner's nose. It's flat, but it's been enough to hold on. 3, 8, 9, 10 Deferred by Epaulette from Yallaginda for David Reed, trained by Simon Miller, having a terrific afternoon. And Chris Parnham aboard and boots up another one. Beating Hammer Mill, Lakdar Romilly by Ukbar and 9 Camera Action. Lovely return by her as well by Shooting to Win, Kesh Duran for the Casey team. Well, that's the finish of the day. And we've seen a few early ones as we head now to race 11, the statewide oil handicap. For My Jimmy, 6 Latte with Pro. They come out. Miss Laquetta gets the services of Holly Watson in race 11. Let's go to Lockie. How about that for a finish? That is as close a result as you're ever going to see.
Amazing, Darren. The athleticism of Chris Parnham and Lakdar Romilly, both riders almost pushing the bridle over their respective horses' ears. That's how vigorous they were in the finish, and I still can't believe there's a margin between these horses. Kelly Kinnemont joins me now. Kel, what were your thoughts on the line?
Well, I thought we got done pretty much, but because she sort of had to settle a little bit closer than she's used to, I think she couldn't use a good turn of foot. She hit a bit of a flat spot or floated a little bit as she straightened, but yeah.
Clearly, she put the writing on the wall first up. How's she been since then?
She's honestly been a bit quirky at home, so thanks for a lot of our staff are looking after her really well. She can be a little bit of hard work, and Siobhan does all the track work and that. Chris has sat on her for a gallop as well, but and 3.5 weeks between runs, sort of, you know, she's quite a big mare.
I know she's still relatively lightly raced, but you speak of her quirks. Is that more so behind the scenes, or do you still feel like she has improvement to come in terms of her race day manners?
Yeah, I definitely think there is improvement. I mean, you were talking of Hannon's last time in, were you?
Yeah, I was.
So, but working her way through the classes, I don't know if they'll step out to the 14 now, but yeah, she's going really good.
I'm sure the Reeds have potential plans to get her up to Kalgoorlie eventually, but for now, the low-hanging fruit are certainly sweet. Well done here.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
There's Kelly Kinnamont after a treble. Here's Chris Parnham.
3, 8, 9 and 10. All's well that ends well for those that took the even money about deferred, but Chris Parnham, watching it live, it might have felt different for you, but gee, watching it live, I was convinced you got rolled.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure, but if I was having to guess either way, I thought I might have got done. But yeah, she seemed to give a nice kick, but thought I was holding them off nicely at the 100. But just the last few strides, Lactosholus really dives it. That was a good win.
As Kel was saying, 3.5 weeks between runs, second up. Maybe she can derive a bit of improvement from that too.
Yeah, maybe. The first up run was really good, over 1,000, without much luck. And then today she just got a lovely run. Speed sort of came out of the race once we all found our positions, but she chimed in nicely, and yeah, hopefully she can improve off this.
I remember there was a day at Belmont Park you talked about her and you said that you had to ride her a bit closer to suit the conditions of that day, but always thought that she'd be the colder you ride her, the better she'll go.
Yeah, well, she's got a really good turn of foot, but so I think colder the better, as long as the tempo's there for her to finish off. So yeah, obviously going up in grade back to Saturdays now, I think ridden a touch colder, you'll see a better turn of foot.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There's Chris Parnham. He continues his fantastic form in the saddle. Simon Miller and Deferred take out the Liberties Insurance handicap. And on the other side of the break, we'll be catching up again with Miles and Pete for Wednesdays in the West. And on the other side, Chris Parnham will be looking to make it a really fat day in the saddle aboard Perfect Champ.